All right. So, welcome to Midday Muse, the podcast where we have deep discussions about the realities of life that we hope will inspire you as you pursue your purpose. I am your host, Tanea, and this is episode number 8. And today we are going to talk about hair. We're going to talk about the hair journey. I going through my own little hair situation journey right now. And so I felt like, this was a great topic to discuss. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to work this technology thing. So bear with me, please. So we're talking about hair. So my hair specifically, I had a perm from the age of 5. And my mom always made sure that my hair was laid. I had barrettes, bubbles, the hair to the side, like the whole 9. And then I learned how to do my own hair. And again, my hair always looked fly. I sound so hardy saying it, but like, I like my hair. So so I always made sure that it looked wonderful. I had curls, I used rollers, hot curled, whatever it is that I needed to do in order to make sure that my hair was laid. And then in my 20s, I shaved my head with the expectation that I was going to lock my hair. So I think my hair got about maybe an inch and a half, and then I put faux locks in it to make sure that, started to lock my hair. And then, so from there, I had like long locks. I think I cut it again in 2014, cut it to right here. And then it grew again all the way down to my waist. So I always had hair that I knew how to do it. I knew how to style it. I knew what was going on with it. But one thing I did notice about my hair is that it thinned whenever I got stressed. And so with having locks, with my long hair, I could date what was going on with me based on what my hair looked like. So it'll be like a nice, one lock would be thick, and it'll be like a thinning part, then it'll be thicker and thicker. And depending on how long it was, I could be like, oh, that was the great heist of 2017. Long, like I could just tell this story based on my hair. So I decided in December 2021 that I was going to pick out my locks. I had cut them after my mom passed and shaved the sides of my hair, and had just wanted like mohawk type situation. But then I decided I was going to pick this locks out, and I didn't want to cut them specifically because the reason why I wanted to change my hair was because it was a time for me to move on. It was time for me to start afresh, do something new. It was like transitioning into like really being serious about not wanting to stay in the career that I was in and moving to entrepreneurship. It was like a pivotal time. So instead of cutting my hair, I wanted to pick out my locks, because what that symbolized to me was, because like I said, I could tell a story through my hair. So when you pick out your locks, every day your hair sheds. You shed 40 to 80 strands of hair per day, just because. But when you have dreads or locks, it's never afraid to go. It just stays in the hair. So for me to pick them out, all of the things that were shedding, the hair that's no longer needed, that was being washed away. But the hair that I had grown was like the wisdom that I had learned over the time. So it was like shedding all of the bad stuff, all of the tragedies, all of the mistakes, all of the everything, all of the stuff that you don't need in the journey and the phases of life that you have, and keeping the wisdom. So the hair that stayed was like the wisdom that I had. So for a while, I did mohawk bush situation. I had designs on the side, and again, my hair looked fly. It was great. So I decided that I was going to, for this time, grow my hair and not do anything to it. Because the last time I shaved my hair was specifically to lock it up. And then, like I said, my mom gave me hair a perm at 5. And so this time I was like, I want my hair to grow and just see what it does. And also, my family, my maternal family, a lot of them have lost their hair. Not all of it, but like they're losing their hair. And it's something that I have struggled with my entire life. The thought that I may lose my hair. So yeah, all of that is playing on it as well as my hair grows back and as I get to see what my hair is for real. And I definitely understand why I got a perm at 5. Oh, this hair is no joke. It does what it wants. It doesn't and it's not a morning person. My hair's not a morning person. It just yeah. Excuse me. So, it just like sticks to my head and it doesn't flow. Like it doesn't blow. Like you see how I'm shaking my head and this is me. It don't do that. It don't do that. But hey, I'm learning to deal with it because I don't want to put any chemicals in it. I really just want to let it grow. And I'm finding that the texture is real interesting. And I'm also finding that I am actually losing some of my hair. Yeah, that's really happening. So I'm just, dealing with that and coming to terms with it and coming to terms with wearing different hairstyles, covering my hair with head wraps and just accepting that for the first time, I don't know. Like I don't know what to do with this hair. And that's all a part of this whole starting over situation and starting from scratch and rebuilding from the things that were the treasures that came along with the journey and leaving behind what doesn't serve this new section, this new part, similar to when I picked out my locks and let the old hair shed out and kept what was strong enough to remain. So it's been an interesting journey. 3 things that I've learned about this journey so far. One is the importance of embracing who you are. I just want to pause for a minute because I learned that through my hair. Well, I mean, you already know that. Like you gotta love who you are, and in order for you to make any sort of real impact, you need to accept who you are and understand that you do have a purpose and a place and all of that. It's just the gravity of what that really means to me specifically, and it'll mean something different to each of you, each of us, as we go through our individual journeys. But just the gravity of what it means to really accept who you are and your place and what you're meant to do, and the fact that your hair is ornery. Number 2, the importance of what? Oh, it's surprising the importance that the impact of the importance that hair has on a woman or me as an individual. I can't even say just a woman because men go to the barbershop. So it's not like it's a male female thing. Like hair is important. The way that we present ourselves is important. But one conversation that I just had before even coming on live, because I was kind of freaking out about even having this look because it's so different. It's so different, yet reminiscent of a younger me and the things she got up to. So it's like, oh God, but yay, you know, you take to go to bed, you try to like, whew. Anyway, so just surprised at the importance of it. Like, and you know, people always say a woman's hair is her crown. But really, when I've made major changes to my hair, it's usually been during major life events. Like, for instance, when my daughter, no, when I expounded to the States. That's a story. In my early 20s, and shaved my head and just like presented this whole thing. And then when my daughter was really sick, I cut my hair. My mom passed, I cut my hair. Yeah. So it's amazing how your hair is tied to these decisions that we make and the way that we present ourselves to the world and put ourselves forward. So I just found that interesting. And then number 3 is keep doing what works for your hair. And trying to make sure that my natural hair is healthy. I have found different things that have worked and then like, oh, that works. Let me try something different. Don't do that. Like once it works, keep doing it. Yeah, so those are the things that there's about 3 of the things that I've learned, if I can put that into a nutshell. What are they saying? Listener letters is a new segment of the podcast that I definitely want to introduce. I encourage you, please, if there's any topic that you want to discuss in Midday Muse, is there any questions that you would like advice on or anything that nothing is off limits? Just don't make anything up. Don't make trying to dramatize stuff and none of that. So we want to have some listener letters. We want you to sign on. I'm sorry. We want you to send me a DM, send me an email. If any sort of topic that you want to discuss, any question that you have, you will be kept anonymous, and that will be a segment of the Midday Muse. And so I'm kind of wrapping up here. I don't know how long I've been talking. This is and like I said, this whole technology is very new to me. So this is all very interesting. I don't know if anybody's commenting or not, but hey. Oh, it's been 20 minutes. All right, cool. Yes. So thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate you listening and tuning in. Midday Muse. Now, yes, Midday Muse comes on Thursdays, midday. It's midday somewhere, so don't, you know, pressure me too hard. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.